What up, famski? Your friendly neighborhood resident Portuguese Fick boy, Eric Lima here. You are watching another video episode from my secondary YouTube channel vlog, in which I present to all of you my sentimental thoughts come from my heart and my soul, and my mental oddball shenanigans come from my mind and brain. This is EML77 TV, episode 906, and we're going to do the SmackDown Live, the WWE 2020 Draft Recap. Has been one of the craziest drafts ever, and a lot of shocking things have happened here, and a lot of major changes. So, Stephanie McMahon was presiding over the draft. From the first round. Overall pick was Drew McIntyre, the WWE Champion of Monday Night Raw. Roman Reigns remains on SmackDown, so both champions remain on their respective brands. So has Asuka, being the second pick in the first round, will stay on Raw. But Seth Rollins is moving over to Friday Night SmackDown. A brand new rivalry, rivalries heading the way. Could be a Shield battle between Rollins and Reigns. We'll find out as the time progresses. And remember, the season premiere is next week. The Hurt Business will stay on Raw as the third pick from the first round. And then they had the Big E versus Sheamus matchup, and Big E did pick up the victory after a hard-fought battle. And there was one part where Sheamus kicked the cover of a trunk off a car. Unbelievable. So, and Jey Uso arrives, starts calling out Roman Reigns. Heyman responds, and both Roman Reigns respond. Roman Reigns has challenged him. He decided to make this matchup the match in the Hell in a Cell for the Universal Championship, an I Quit match inside that Hell in a Cell for the very first time. And that is going to happen. Well, meanwhile, Caleb Braxton interviewed Big E after his victory over Sheamus, and then Kofi and Xavier Woods returned. That is going to be huge for the New Day, but more on the New Day, folks. Trust me, you're not going to miss it, right? So they decided to do round two. The number one pick for round two, AJ Styles, is going over to Raw. Then Sasha Banks is remaining on SmackDown. Naomi is moving over to Raw as the number two pick, while Bianca Belair is going to SmackDown. Dream matchup, Belair versus Sasha Banks. We'll find out for sure. And meanwhile, the Women's Tag Team Championship, Shayna Baszler and Nia Jax, will remain on Raw, even though they are the Women's Tag Team Champion. They're allowed to go on all three brands, but if they lose the belts, they stay on Monday Night Raw. Meanwhile, Miz and Morrison faced the very unique team of Jeff Hardy and Matt Riddle. Hard-fought match between the two of them, between two teams, and Jeff Hardy and Matt Riddle won the match. But then, here's the first shocker of the night. Lars Sullivan returned to the WWE. Rumor has we have not seen the man over the years. He's got a full-on beard, and he just beat up Jeff Hardy, Matt Riddle, and The Miz. And now, Stephanie has declared two things. One, the New Day gets their tag team title rematch against Shinsuke Nakamura and Cesaro on SmackDown, while Lars Sullivan will be jumped into the draft pool for Monday night. This is going to be interesting. I'm personally thinking if Lars Sullivan and Braun Strowman end up on the same brand, somebody sign me up for that matchup. So, that is huge. So, even my tweet of Lars Sullivan has made it on Watch Along. They had a special Watch Along. If you haven't seen it, I put it up on Twitter. I'll probably put it up on Facebook. I'm just shocked that my tweet made it on WWE Watch Along. So cool. I want to thank the folks over at WWE for that. And I was really honored. It was like, Lars Sullivan? I was kind of shocked. It was a little more, I was shocked. Lars Sullivan. That is crazy, folks. That is crazy. And you add him to the draft pool. If you put him and Braun Strowman in the same ring, you put them in the tag team, forget it. Somebody's getting hurt. But also for the season premiere SmackDown 3, there is a matchup that is going to happen. It will be the Universal title will be on the line, a rematch of some sorts. It will be Roman Reigns versus Braun Strowman. While that was one match made so far. Then they go to round 3 of the draft. Ricochet stays on Monday Night Raw. Jey Uso remains on SmackDown. Mandy Rose remains on Raw. But Rey and Dominic Mysterio are moving to SmackDown. That's going to be very exciting. But at the same time, Seth Rollins is there. So that continues. And then you got Miz and Morrison now coming to Monday Night Raw. A lot of people saying Miz and Morrison versus Street Profits. I see that matchup. 2 entertaining tag teams. It is very, very crazy. All right, then. They both, Rey Mysterio and Dominic talked about being excited for SmackDown. SmackDown Women's Championship on the line. It was a matchup. Both women were really going at each other, but Bayley used a steel chair, causing Banks to win by DQ. But Sasha Banks says, you know what? I'm sick of it. A little bit more on that. Then the SmackDown Tag Team Championship was on the line. Cesaro and Nakamura versus the New Day team of Xavier Woods and Kofi Kingston. We have new tag team champions. 9 times the tag team champions. The New Day. Alright, so Big E came out to celebrate, but that celebration was cut short. I'll tell you why. In round 4, Kofi Kingston and Xavier Woods were picked was the first pick for Monday Night Raw for round 4. But Big E remains on SmackDown. The New Day is due to the draft, is officially split up. But there is kind of hope, and I will explain later. I mean, I was shocked. I was totally shocked. All 3 men. Maybe this is a huge opportunity for Big E to really shine in singles competition. And Kingston and Woods go to Monday Night Raw. And it's going to be a rough day for the New Day. And hopefully they'll, stand strong and stand tough and really, and hopefully they'll be strong. I'm sure of it. But now you get the both tag team titles on Monday Night Raw. What does this mean for the Raw brand? We'll find out for sure. Dana Brooke is remaining on Monday Night Raw after getting traded there, so Mandy Rose and Dana Brooke will remain a team. Otis remains on SmackDown, and due to that situation, Miz decided to delay it because of the draft and everything else, delayed the court situation with the Money in the Bank thing. And I think Miz and Morrison should not be allowed to be near Otis. Now he's on SmackDown. And then Angel Garza will remain on Raw as well. So it's going to be something else for NXT Cruiserweight Champion. So Sasha Banks addressed the match, besides challenge Bayley for the title inside a Hell in a Cell at Hell in a Cell. If that match goes through, there's another matchup added to there. You already got the Universal title, I Quit match between Roman Reigns and Jey Uso. And then you got McIntyre and Orton for the WWE Championship. So it'll be very interesting to see what happens. And then you got Kevin Owens versus The Fiend. The two fought all over the place. Owens did everything he could, but couldn't get it done. He hit the stunner twice on The Fiend, but The Fiend hit the mandible claw, was hanging on to that, and ended up being a victory. And then the lights went out again, and Alexa Bliss appeared next to The Fiend. What does this all mean? It is a total shocker. All right. 205 Live. Arya Daivari went one-on-one with Jake Atlas. Atlas won by DQ because Tony Nese decided to attack Jake Atlas. And then the Battle of the These on Shante the Adonis versus the Brian Kendrick. When Adonis finally picked up his first victory, Brian Kendrick extended his hand, shaking hands with Adonis, and said, very good, you're learning. And then the Singh Brothers, a.k.a. the Bollywood Boys, are returning to 205 Live very, very soon. That is my SmackDown WWE Draft 205 Live recap. How do I feel about this? How do I feel about this? The New Day splitting up, it was going to happen. A lot of people were talking about it, but then it ended up happening. So it's like a total shock to me. But I think Kofi Kingston and Xavier Woods would thrive in the tag team ranks right now. But they are the SmackDown Tag Team Champions, so it puts them in quite a bind. As a result, New Day will be teaming up for the final time on SmackDown as they face the team of Sheamus, Cesaro, and Nakamura on the season premiere next week. And I think there was one more matchup that I want to see if I can. It is something else. Let's see if here we go. Let's see. Alright. Let's see if we can let's see. Let's try to do this and let's see if I can find. Let's see. Yeah, with Kofi Kingston now on Raw, I forgot about this. Mustafa Ali, who is now the leader of Retribution, may have some unfinished business. Everybody forgotten. Kofi Kingston was the man that took Ali's spot. That is going to be something else. So yeah, 2 matches happening on the season premiere of SmackDown, the Universal title on the line. Strowman challenging Reigns, and the New Day will battle Sheamus, Cesaro, and Nakamura in their farewell to SmackDown match. So it's going to be, it's, so, the trial's being delayed due to the draft with Otis's Money in the Bank situation. And, I just finally realized Kofi Kingston is now on Raw. Mustafa Ali is going to have now he's joined up with Retribution. Unfinished business. And that is going to be really interesting as a draft. We still got Monday night to do, and then all of a sudden, you got the season premiere of SmackDown next week. I gotta say, with the New Day splitting up, now I'm very sad because Big E brought a lot of fun with the New Day, and it is amazing about how things are, and it's totally surreal. I'm telling you. It's just totally awesome. So, that's how I feel about this whole thing, and I'm hoping that the draft's gonna be making a lot of changes, and we'll expect more this Monday night on Raw. We'll find out what will happen between then. But it is what it is, and I'm kind of finished up here. So it's 11:21 p.m. October the 9th, 2020. As you know, the weekend is mine. I have the weekend off. So I can stay up late, man. It's going to be totally awesome. All right, then I'll see you guys later. You guys have a wonderful night. Guys have a good night. And if you want to see my tweet that I put up, all I'm going to do is I'll put up a picture there. And we'll do that, all right? I'll see you later. Have a great and wonderful night. And I'll see you in episode 907. Peace.